Hi everyone, I hope you all doing well today. So today it has been raining all day long and I cannot do any gardening. So instead I'm going to go inside where it's nice, warm and cozy, and I'm going to bake my pumpkin loaf cakes to share with you today. So this is another one of my personal favorite recipes, and whenever fall comes along and I'm making pumpkin puree, I always make sure I have enough saved aside to make this recipe. So before we begin baking, let's preheat our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And if you are using convection bake like I am today, you can just reduce the temperature to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. And again, the Celsius temperature conversion is on the screen for you to see. So next what we're going to do is we're going to start making the wet ingredients. So I have here my yellow sugar, my granulated sugar, and my whole eggs that I broken into a separate bowl just in case there's any shells that I need to remove. Then I'm going to add in my non-flavorless oil. Now I like to use avocado oil, but if you like, you can use vegetable oil as well. And in addition, I will also be adding a little bit of the plain yogurt, or if you want, you can use sour cream as well. And here I have 2 cups of pumpkin puree that I made last week. It's been sitting in the freezer since then, and I thought I'd make good use of it today. And I also usually like a little bit of vanilla extract added to this batter as well. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take a whisk and whisk everything together until it is well blended. And be careful because sometimes the yellow sugar can be a little lumpy, so you might have to give it a few more whisk if things don't look as if it's fully blended together. So next we're going to put this aside and we're going to start to mix our dry ingredients together. So here I have pre-sifted all-purpose flour, and to this flour I am going to add in my baking soda, my baking powder, and a little bit of my Himalayan salt. And again, I like Himalayan salt, for that's just a little bit extra of minerals. And next I'm going to add 3 of my favorite fall flavors. That's ground cinnamon, nutmeg, and ground ginger. And again, they make the cake taste delicious with the flavor around this time. And just give it a quick whisk, and we're going to take this dry flour mixture and we're going to add it to our wet mixture. Now once you have it added, all you need to do is take a rubber spatula and you're just going to quickly blend the dry ingredients together in with the wet ingredients, making sure that you don't overmix the batter, because like I said, if you overmix it, the batter might make the cake a bit tougher later on. So just give it a quick mix until you can see that the dry mixture is sort of absorbed into the wet mixture. And again, a little bit of lumpiness is actually okay. So once it is somewhat incorporated, what you can do is you can start to measure out the favorite ingredients that you'd like to add to this cake. So usually I like to add in half a cup of my dark chocolate chips. And again, anything that you like will do. And in addition to this, we also like a quarter cup of the toasted pumpkin seeds. And this is really delicious. And just make sure that you save a little bit for us to sprinkle on top of the batter before we bake it in the oven later on. And again, just give it a quick mix just until it looks like everything is coming together. And again, be careful not to overmix the batter. So for this batter, I have used a 10x5 low pan as well as an 8x3 square and round cake pans, and they all turned out well. But today what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my 2 smaller 8x4 loaf pans, because I will be giving away one of these loaf cakes to a friend of mine who enjoys this cake just as much as we do. So I'm going to divide the batter up as evenly as possible, just so that I know that they both will bake and complete baking at around the same time. And again, you don't have to pre-measure out, just divide it as evenly as possible. Now once you have it divided into the cake pans, or loaf pans, what you're going to do is you're going to give it a quick tap or two on the surface of the counter just to get rid of any bubbles that might be in the batter. And then you're going to sprinkle the rest of the toasted pumpkin seeds that we saved aside on the top, and we're going to be placing it in the oven, a preheated oven that is, and bake it anywhere between 35 to 45 minutes. And again, every oven is different, and also depending upon the amount of moisture in your pumpkin puree, that might determine how much time you might have to bake it. And while we're waiting for the cake to bake, I thought I'd just give you a quick look of the garden right now. Everything is just looking really, really pretty, and you can see we still have beautiful, gorgeous color on my hydrangea panicles, but the sky and the weather is looking rainy, but like I said, everything is still looking gorgeous. And looking at the color here on this bobo panicle, do you not agree that that's one of the most beautiful colors on any panicle hydrangea that you have ever seen? So pretty. And here's another beautiful view of some of the ornamental peppers that I have in containers as well. And another view of the limelight hydrangea panicles. So pretty. I'm really enjoying this view with a cup of coffee while I'm waiting for the cake to bake. And the last one here that we're going across right now is actually the firelight tidbit. And this is actually its first year in the garden, and I'm enjoying it so much because it's just so pretty. So after baking for about 40 minutes, the loaf cakes are now done, and the house just smells really delicious with all the beautiful fall flavors. Anyway, so just to make sure that the cakes are done, test it with a skewer, and if it comes out clean, you know the cakes are actually done. And if it's not, you can just pop it in the oven for about 5 more minutes, and that should be okay. So I normally let the cake sit for about 15-20 minutes, and then I take it out of the tins just to let it completely cool for at least another 15 to 30 minutes. But you know how impatient I am when it comes to these cakes when they're nice and warm. So I'm actually going to just cut it right into them right now. They're actually still warm. So but you know what, we actually enjoy these when they're a little bit warmer, right? So they taste so delicious with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. And so here is a close-up of a slice that I just cut out, and as you can see, because it is still very warm, so it didn't cut as nicely as it should, right? But you know what, it's super delicious, and we really love it when it's actually nice and warm. And the children actually usually like to eat these with a little bit of cream cheese icing. Well, if you want a recipe, I have it in the description, so you can check it out. But this is just a leftover that we have from another cake that we did before. So we're just going to add it to the cake and just enjoy it right now. And you can see that it's actually so warm that it actually melts the cream cheese icing a little bit, right? Anyway, it's just so delicious, and we're enjoying it. So anyway, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you try the recipe out and make it for your friends and family to enjoy. So again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you on the next video. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.